Hey, do you sometimes or often feel that you are spinning wheels, you are being very busy but not getting anything done, and there might be a reason why you might be very distracted and you don't necessarily even notice how distracted you can be. And I was forced to review how to avoid distractions, what holds me from getting things done during the lockdown, specifically because the time that I have for business reduced dramatically. So I want to share with you 3 tips of my own that I'm actually using every single day. So stick around, make sure you can hear me, because sometimes the sound is off, or often by default. But anyway, oh yeah, and we have met. My name is Edita. I'm from Bees now, and my passion is turning network marketers from those shy and desperate salespeople to excited and successful marketers who are actually getting results without doing crazy stuff like chasing, like living with hidden agenda and all that stuff. So getting things done is a very big piece of having a business, because and it's so much more difficult sometimes when it's not a job, because there's no one telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and we all have our own life going on around us and distractions and stuff like that. We have families, we have, if you're working from home, you know how difficult it can be to split your attention. So obviously there are a lot of things that we can't control, like my daughter, she comes over, there's nothing I can do, she needs some food or whatever, there's nothing I can do. So I need to think about what I can actually do about everything else that doesn't depend on any other factors, only depends on me and how I handle that stuff. So with time, I've come up with three general ideas how to minimize distractions, because distractions are all over the place these days, because of the internet, because of so many things going on in the background just on your laptop or on your phone. Like, I know it by myself that sometimes I grab my phone to do something, but I find a notification or a message, I end up replying to that message, and I completely forget what I actually took my phone for, and I walk away, and then I remember about it later. So anyway, so here are the 3 things that I do. Oh, and actually, one point I wanted to make, I actually heard that there have been studies done, and there's some sort of evidence that internet has causes partially ADD. People are so distracted by all the information, all the things going on, and So anyway, so the 3 tips. So close all the unnecessary tabs on your internet browser. It kind of sounds like a simple thing, but it took a while for me to realize that the amount of open tabs that I have on my browser just annoy me, overwhelm me, and I obviously, you hear notifications, you hear this and that and whatever, and maybe something is running in the background, you get this urge to check something. So for me, the rule of thumb is 3 tabs. So sometimes if I'm working on something, I only have the tabs that are related to the actual task I'm doing. And even, let's say, if I'm writing a post for Facebook, I don't have to write it on Facebook. I can write it somewhere else and then just copy paste it into Facebook. So I don't have Facebook to be open. You know, so the rule of thumb for me, if I have more than three tabs, I take a mental note, and I kind of think, do I need these tabs for this actual task that I'm working on? Sometimes I do. So if I agree with myself that I do, then okay, that there's sometimes more tabs. But if it's beyond 5, that's it. That's too much. So only have the tabs that are directly related to the work that you are doing, you know. So sometimes if I'm copy pasting something from somewhere else, you know, or whatever, you know, sometimes I need more than one, but generally 3 is usually enough. The other thing that I do is I put my phone on silent, and ideally I put it away unless I'm expecting an important call or something. I put it away, I put it somewhere else in a different room, so it's not even in my sight, because I know even if I watch a video, say I need to achieve something, and to achieve something I need to watch a training video, and I watch it on my laptop, and if my phone is beside me, I don't know, sometimes I don't even notice how my phone is actually, next thing I know, my phone is in my hand, and I'm already checking what's going on somewhere, you know, notifications or emails or whatever. So ideally, put your phone out of reach so you don't get that reflex, you know, so it's a bit more difficult than just extend your arm, you know, to get your phone. If it requires more effort, usually then we kind of, it stops us. And the third thing is that I turned most of notifications off, meaning email. There are no sound notifications of Facebook or any other platform on my laptop. I don't hear them. I only go and check my emails and other stuff only when I decide, not when notifications come in, but only when I decide to do so. And I usually only schedule to check my emails. I'm still working on that, but I'm aiming to be only checking my email once a day. And similar with Facebook. With Facebook is more frequent, but ideally I want to reduce the amount of times I am on Facebook, because here is the thing, nothing is gonna happen if you don't reply to that email straight away. If you reply to emails you know, a few hours later, nothing bad is gonna happen. And we just have that, you know, and sometimes it contributes to procrastination. You know, what else can I do? What else should I do to avoid this difficult, maybe sometimes, you know, task? You know, maybe I'm stuck or whatever, you know, so then I go and do other stuff to just kind of as part of the procrastination thing. But really I only get to go to check my email when I decide. So it's pull rather than push. And same with Facebook, more and more so as well. With social media, I only check when I decide. It's not constantly on. The tab is closed. I don't hear any notifications. I don't have actually. I actually silenced, switched all the notifications off on the desktop, not on the phone. I still have some of them on, but so yeah, so and probably there are more ways, but it's very, very important to focus on that one thing that you are working on. You know, do some time blocking, dedicate that, even if it's just half an hour or an hour to get something done. Because if it drags from day to day to day to day, you know, it's overwhelming, it becomes frustrating, it becomes annoying, and we don't get anything done. It's much easier to get something done when we actually focus on just one thing at a time. Distractions are really, really bad these days, so I personally can't afford to be distracted. I noticed that with the reduced time during the lockdown, it's already difficult. So, and I feel, you know, it feels like there's more freedom. Like, I don't know, it just feels way, way, way better and relaxing. And finally, when I get things done, it feels great. So, if you have any tips, additional tips, let me know. Let me know what you are doing. Hopefully you got value from this video. And I'm glad it's Sunday. For some reason, it does feel like a weekend in a long time for me. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a new week tomorrow. And so thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and yeah, have a nice day. See you tomorrow.